night. I don't eat here at night. I go home. If I'm really high, I'll eat whatever my wife cooked, which is controlled. It's like a chicken cutlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not like 20 chicken cutlets. When there's 20 chicken cutlets, you could fuck shit up. There'll be like one leftover chicken cutlet. I'll eat a chicken cutlet, eat an apple. You know what I'm saying? Just to,
it's crazy. I've been lucky all week. My mom has been here for almost a week.
No
and
way.
I haven't eaten this good in 4 years.
she's making breakfast?
She hasn't made. We've been sleeping a little late. She a couple days she made breakfast, but it's been like she made brisket. She made a couple kinds of different kinds of chicken, and it just
I like all of that.
stacked all my entire fridge is full now for like
I
the
like
next few
peach
weeks.
cobbler.
Oh, she made icebox cake. Have you ever had that? All you do is you take a layer of graham crackers and you have to get the cook and serve pudding, not like pudding cups, but you have to cook pudding, and you just do layers of pudding and graham cracker. You put it in the fridge and let it freeze up, and then put some whipped cream on it. Mm-hmm. Paula's been talking about it for 3 days. She loves it. It's so good.
Sorry.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
We used to have this game where you would fill, like, two dudes would fill their mouth with sugar, you know? And then you slap each other in the fucking cheeks. But here's the thing, bro. It's hard to hold a whole bunch of sugar in your mouth and keep it all. And keep it all in. Well, here's the thing. It starts dissolving, but you get parched because all your moisture is going to this thing. So your body starts to dry out. So then you're basically holding the sugar in your dry mouth at a certain point, man. You feel like the desert.
How old are you?
I don't know. Like you was a child.
Okay, like when I was like 8.
Like 8, yeah, 7, 8, 11, and 14 even. 14 even. And this one 18-year-old chick.
7, 8, 11, 14.
We used to have this fucking girl who was probably 14 that went shirtless, bro, since she was like fucking 4 to 14 shirtless, bro. Shirtless.
Why was that?
I don't know. It was just their whole family was pretty much shirtless, and they didn't do any different by the girls, man. This girl was shirtless as fuck. And we all thought, like, damn, she's like a long hair. She's like the most best-looking dude you ever seen, right? We thought that till about 11. And then somebody's like, that's a girl, man. She just goes shirtless. And we're like, fuck.
And nobody told her to put a shirt on in school or nothing?
Oh, I don't know about school. But she was in a children's school. I was a little bit older than her, but I never saw anybody just be completely shirtless like that. There was
Who puts fucking sugar in their mouth?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a cheap game, bro. It's like if you don't have a bunch of money to go do something, you fill each other's mouth up with sugar, and then y'all just gotta slap each other in the cheek.
There was a kid in my neighborhood, John Carney, not a bad kid, always great sense of humor, but he had a brother, Brian Carney. In those days, kids didn't have ADD, and they didn't have autism. You were just retarded.
Yeah.
Whether you had the chinky eyes or not.
Yeah, you just wasn't cutting it. You just wasn't cutting it, man.
And they used to torture him.
Yeah, we called him God's favorite.
Yeah,
they
used to make him drink piss. Like they'd piss in a beer bottle and close it, and then put it the last bottle. And he would take it. Can I have a beer? And he'd fucking drink it. I was never involved in this shit with Brian Carney.
But was he handicapped?
No, he just wasn't sharp. You know,
Yeah.
he just wasn't a sharp kid. Nice kid. Always said hello, Brian Carney. But they did weird things to him. Like they used to make him eat shit. Like they pay him like $15 to make him eat a lot of like weird stuff.
How much shit? I thought you meant actual shit.
No. Like fill his mouth with pepper and shit like that. Then they had this other kid, the guy who they just fired from the Miami Hurricanes, defensive coordinator. When he was a kid, his brothers and all those guys' neighbors used to tie him up on a bicycle, make him eat raw eggs and blow him up in his mouth and all that shit. Like put the eggs with a shell and smack him and blow the egg in his mouth. No wonder that guy went to Penn State, was an All-American tackle.
Thank God I didn't go. I would have died in your town.
There was certain
Thank God I
people
was
who
too
just
nerdy for that. I would have been one of those kids.
The guy I got into it with when I did that club, before I met Lee, I did a club in New York City. One of the first times I went to New York to do comedy on my own, I booked a music club in the Village.
Right.
And I went there. The guy that started a fight with me, his name was Brian Burns. And when we were kids, when you were in grammar school, he already had a legend. What he would do is he had a gang of guys that would take you, tie you down, and they would put duct tape on your balls and that glue shit from the taping, and they would call it a table.
Oh,
no. They would give you a table where they'd lay you down and wrap you up with tape
and
pull the tape off you and shit like that. He was known for all that stuff, for spraying stuff on your balls. He was a big-time bully. And you know what happens to bullies, bro? They get beat up later on in life. People, and I remember that night, like I was like, I could take this fucking guy.
Damn.
And I had already a plan. He kept coming in to try to apologize, and I kept going, you know what? I could take this guy. I could kick him in the fucking knee. You could see he got to like 300-something pounds. He
Right.
never stopped eating.
Oh,
So, but you felt like it was crazy because the tide had switched with that dude. Like and back in the day,
He was a bully.
Yeah, he was a bully.
Mean kid. You know, he was bro. When I was in 8th grade or 7th grade, he was already in high school torturizing people. And they said if you play football, be careful. Because if something happened during football practice that you hit him hard or something, he'd get his friends to give you the table. Especially if you were Spanish or something like that. You know?
Oh, that shit got racial, huh?
It was what it was.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it was what it fucking was. I mean,
We had one Mexican kid that showed up in our town. We didn't have any Spanish people. But we had one Mexican kid. Let me think about what this kid's name was. I think it was Nick, right? And I remember we all had science class. And, actually, in science class, they had these hamsters you could play with until the second bell rang or whatever. Then you had to put them in a cage and everybody then we would do learning, And this fucking one time, they had this hamster, right? Superman, we named him. And I was holding him in this fucking big sweatshirt I had, right? And after class, I forgot he was in there. He fell asleep in the little pocket, right, where you put your hands, right? So after class, I just throw him a book bag. I'm running. Next thing you know, I get in a fight with two brothers, right? Get beat up pretty good. And one of them had fucking killed this hamster that was still in this pouch. He'd fucking punched it. So I never had it, like... Sometimes I'm not even joking, bro. I'll have dreams where I feel like I had an abortion.
Poor Superman. I knew something wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, I think his name was Superman. Let me think for a second. It might not have been Superman.
Why would you take the fucking hamster out of class and put him in your fucking pocket for anyway?
No, because you was sitting in class. You just nothing to do. And it was nice to kind of have something more.
Now, where'd you go to high school at? Mallory? Not Mallory.
Next to that, a town a couple away from there called Covington, Mandeville.
And where'd you go to college at?
I went to LSU and University of New Orleans.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did you graduate from LSU?
I graduated from University of New Orleans eventually.
Look at you bad motherfucker.
So I made it through.
When you went to LSU, they still talk about Pistol Pete Maravich.
Oh, dude, the town I grew up in.
Get the fuck out of here.
He lived and died in our town, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. And Lee Harvey Oswald went to middle school in our town.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, dude. And I mean, I say this a lot, but and once in the 80s and in 1994, a bunch of infected monkeys got out because Tulane University had their primate testing facility center in our town. And a bunch of infected monkeys got out, and they let us out of YMCA summer camp to help the police look for them, bro. I remember they came to summer camp and they basically
took the
kids
to look for.
Let me get that pen real quick.
Not kids, dude. The tallest boys. They took the tallest boys right out, and we helped them look for them. I remember surrounding a couple of chimps outside of a Kenny Rogers Roasters, dude, off of Highway 190. That's a true story, dude.
That's the name of your book.
Huh?
I was surrounded some chimps sitting next to a Kenny Rogers Roasters.
And dude, the shit got racial. Like people would go around town, they were yelling. I mean, this is fucked up. I mean, this just shows you how far in the South you are. People would be like, 90 monkeys just escaped from this place or whatever. And you'd literally have people riding around with guns, fucking Confederate flags. It's like, dude, these are animals, man. Like, relax. Like the shit almost it was weird. Like people were like, these fucking monkeys. Like they'd planned it. Like it was crazy. Like it was.